Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is a next-generation flight simulator and is expected to enhance the franchise of its current version of the 2020 sim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the latest February development update of this new simulator, so let's jump straight into the video. The Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 was announced mid last year out of the blue. Simmers were surprised by the announcement and many thought the 2020 sim would evolve over time, yet the Microsoft team had already reached the limit of this current next generation sim and that they needed to lean to a whole new 2024 sim that needed some major improvements from the ground up to improve the current sim legacy. Apart from the sim's teaser release trailer and some basic information on the area the sim wants to focus and deliver at the FS Expo in October last year, there is little information that has been shared about this new simulator. So that being said, we've dissected the latest information we can find about the new sim, kicking off with the first development live stream of the year. Let's start with the elephant in the room, which is the release date. There's no confirmed release date that has been given for the 2024 sim, but Jorg, the CEO of Flight Sim, mentioned when showcasing the latest development roadmap that the sim won't be released in March. In fact, it will be later on in the year, giving the team as much development time as possible to make the sim great. So I wouldn't expect to see the sim until the later part of 2024, not the mid or the start, the later part. In this month's development live stream, Microsoft mentions they are placing a focus on AI research and development when it comes to 2024. Some of these AI improvements and AI tools created for the sim will be revealed later on in the year, and what functions and new tech will make it into the sim with this new research. The team discussed a offline AI mode, which is the cyber engine side, and a online component, which is the Microsoft/Bing side, both of which are working on new AI tech that can be utilized in the sim. One of those that were mentioned is an AI tool that Bing is working on right now that uses AI to remove the baked-in shadows from the photographic tree and the satellite imaging. We may see the outcome of some of this AI tech to be implemented in the 2020 sim before 2024 arrives. But in Microsoft's words, they mentioned there is plenty of new technologies to improve the sim now and in the future when it comes to AI. The Microsoft team had said from the announcement of the 2024 sim that if technology was created for 2024 and it was able to be replicated in the 2020 sim without too much work or change in the development code, they would bring the advancements to the 2020 sim. That being said, when that technology does come across and it's announced, it does provide some insight on the work they are doing when it comes to the 2024 sim. The first of these we've seen with the last development live stream of 2023, where the team have been developing the flight and ground mechanics of the new sim, which they've implemented some of that into the current platform that we will see in Sim Update 15 installment next month. This has been followed through with the first development live stream of 2024, where the team announced some more new flight mechanics that they've been developing on for the new sim will make it into the 2020 platform, which is the new multi-rotor flight mechanics. The team has improved the tools for transition lift, which has been able to be implemented into the 2020 sim, and potentially we will see more of this during the year with 2024 tools and mechanics filtering through that development into the current platform. Again, on the development live stream, the team also mentioned with some of the development of the 2024 sim, they were able to bring performance gains tech back into the current 2020 sim, and again, these are slated for the Sim Update 15 release in March. The development team noticed that the memory allocation strategy was causing issues with the sim when the memory got filled up, which could happen on long flights or when your PC was fighting for memory with other programs. The current strategy was less than efficient than they originally thought. In some instances, when the memory allocation was loaded up double, it would cause efficiencies up to 10 times slower than what they thought. Some memory slowdowns of some of the memory allocations would cause giant stutters. This whole memory allocation issue has now been fixed with the development of the 2024 sim with a completely new memory allocation strategy, which when you compare to the previous one, it's up to 100 to 200 times faster on some of the memory allocation processes. Simmers that already have great frame rates will probably won't notice any increase when it comes to the sim speed, but if you were suffering from slowdowns or stutters, you will see an improvement, which is great for those lower end spec PCs. These couple of improvements that we have mentioned in the video, I guess we're really only hearing about them as they're bringing them into the 2020 sim. I suspect we have more tech announcements throughout the year that would be compatible with the 2020 platform that is being directly created from the development of the 2024 sim. And of course, there is bound to be many more tech and performance features that will be available for the 2024 platform that we won't see in 2020 or we haven't heard about yet. A big thank you to ProDevSims for sponsoring this YouTube video. Their products enhance your current flight simulator hardware by turning your flight controls into something closer to the real thing. The team makes different add-ons for flight controls such as Honeycomb, SciTech, and Velocity over a variety of different aircraft, including Boeing, BAE, Cessna Citation, VisionJet, TBM, just to mention a few. The current add-on I'm using at the moment is the ProDevSims new dual action Boeing 737 add-on for the Honeycomb Bravo, which features a detent flap and speed brakes. This really improves the immersion and realism of my flights. For Oz Flight Sim viewers, you can use this code AUSFS on checkout for a 15% discount on all ProDevSim products. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can check out their page, and a big thank you to our friends over at ProDevSims for sponsoring this video. Another insight we received from this week's development live stream, with Microsoft themselves pulling out of the support when it comes to mixed reality. The team over at Microsoft Flight Simulator didn't go as far as saying that VR will be supported in the 2024 sim. However, they did say that the pullout from the support from Microsoft when it comes to VR will not affect the ongoing when it comes to VR of the Sims franchise. In my opinion, that pretty much cements that we will have VR support and VR features when it comes to the 2024 sim. If you are enjoying our coverage of the development of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, bosh that like button and consider subscribing, as this motivates us to dig up more news and information and content about the new sim. We are on the road to hit 100,000 subscribers, and we would love to have you on board before we hit that milestone. Thank you very much for your support. Recently, at the start of February, we saw updates to the Flight Sims wishlist and active development. Microsoft looks at this each week and updates to what they are currently investigating on, working on, and what will be released when it comes to the 2024 release, and what features will be implemented after the release, such as in a sim update down the road. If you want your say when it comes to what features you would like to see in the current 2024 sim, I highly would recommend going over and casting your vote when it comes to the Sims wish list. I'll leave a link in the description below, as the Microsoft Flight Sim team works through the list going from top to down, and with enough votes you may see your loved feature that you want in the sim as a higher priority for the team. That being said, currently on the latest wish list of February, we'll see features scheduled to be released with the sim, such as opening doors on default aircraft, aircraft control profiles, and seasons. These features have already been on the wish list for some time now, but other features that have been scheduled for after release of the new sim and in the future of 2024 is the Northern Lights. Originally this was scheduled for the 2024 release, but now looks like it's been slipped back. Power lines, antennas, masks, and gondolas and cable carts are going to be a feature after the release in an up and coming sim update. Access to the flight planner without leaving the flight, shared cockpit for multiplayer, and enhanced API to access all aircraft states. All these features have been confirmed, and we will see them released in the sim after the sim has been released. Speaking of future features, the Microsoft team mentions they are doing a lot of R&D at the moment of the development of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 for the future updates. Currently on the wish list, we are seeing many request features currently under investigation at the moment, such as a classic flyby camera views, force feedback support, realistic dangerous weather, which we do know we're going to see an improvement when it comes to the weather engine at looking at more realistic storms and other weather events such as tornadoes. Another feature that is mentioned is wing fading effects when flying through clouds, pilot control lighting when it comes to runways, and multiplayer chat options. These are just some of the request features under investigation that I believe, in my opinion, have a potential to make a sim update one day. It is clear that the development of the 2024 sim has many more development days to go, and knowing that we won't see it till later on the year, there is certainly many more features and announcements to come to life when it comes to this new sim. We have another development live stream in March, and we'll see the release of Sim Update 15 in March as well, which after that we should hear a lot more development updates and features going past that to be announced. We're only just really scratching the surface. There is a much more to come when it comes to the 2024 sim, and I think it's going to be a big one. Bosh that like button and consider subscribing to stay up to date with the development journey with us on this next generation flight sim, and we will see you in another video sometime very soon. Thank you very much for your support.